So I'm grinding Ventures, and a teammate pointed out a Xenon bow. That's cool. Let's explain what's going on here. So in this video, I'm about Ventures level 11 and I need to be 22 and the season ends like today. So I am grinding as fast as I can. If you guys saw my previous episode, that was me grinding through Ventures. If you would like to see that journey, it was a pretty fun one. I'll link it down below. It explains a lot more of the situation and why this video took over a month to get out, but that is there if you want to see it. Suffice it to say, the new season came out, update came out. I went to Florida for a week and it got really delayed. So I know I'm showing Hexylvania season during the holiday seasons, but I still wanted to share this story because spending my first hero voucher is a huge deal. So let's resume that grind and then unlock that hero voucher. This is just the joy of playing on a noob account. Look at this pickaxe damage, dude. I'm not an outlander. I'm not a farmer. I'm a constructor this game, so I can't do anything more than this. I could bull rush it. Yeah, I'd destroy it instantly. This is crazy. I am looking forward to getting my pickaxe upgraded. This is 2 metal per hit. That's all I'm getting right now. Oh my god, it takes so long. It takes so long. I spent so long mining these ores that I just had to record. I had to share this moment with you guys. The nostalgia of being a low-level player. Once you upgrade that pickaxe, everything after gets a bit easier. Is that going to stay that way as I level up in Ventures? Is my pickaxe going to be functionally useless as I go along? I am not looking forward to that. We are not in a hard mission, by the way, and they are way over trapping this. Guys, we are ready. We were ready a while ago. It's not even a 4-player mission. This is a normal mission. Let's just go, dude. Why are you tar pitting the north side? Nothing's gonna be over here. Okay, he's changing the difficulty. I see. I see what the plan was all along. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm ready for that. I'm 55 in like a 70, so I can barely participate as it is. This is like the edge of where I'm willing to queue right now, and these guys are trying to push it out of my range. So I'm glad I ran Constructor. Look at these Ventures traps, by the way. What on earth? I mean, it's damage. It's better than an empty spot, I guess, but Flame Grill... I don't know what that's gonna be doing. I guess I might as well do this. So I like to put my base here. It's just kind of like a normal kind of consistent spot for Ride the Lightning. But if we're going to be putting traps out more this way, I can move my base right here. It'll still cover the whole van, I believe. And it'll actually upgrade to the corners of some of these. And then I can double check that all the walls are still covered. Looks like this far back two are not covered, so that's kind of an important thing. What if I connected them like this? Oh, that worked! Yes! Editing it just a little bit closer means this back wall isn't quite as covered, but I'm not really sure what else can be done about that. It might just have to remain untouched. But we got the tar pit, so at least there's that. We still haven't started! Come on! Ah! Okay, sorry, I'm losing my mind. The mission finally begins. Let's go! Now, I'm going to do something that I feel like most players could benefit from trying, and that is being a little patient, you know? It's in my instincts to run up and start doing damage. Yet, you know, we've got the base down. We've got all these upgraded builds. We've got all these traps that were put up over a long period of time. So... yeah, let the enemies come to us. Let the traps fire a few times. By the way, what kind of far? It wants me to use a sniper rifle. I guess. I might as well just tag enemies with the super shredder. It's not going to be a tremendous amount of damage, but, you know, it's not nothing. I'll just make every basic target a little bit easier to kill. How about that? Oh, okay, that might have been my fault. That could have been my fault. Oh, all right, here, let me just... there we go. Clean them off the roof. There we are. Smasher, I hardly know her. Do that. That didn't even connect what I was trying to, so we're just going to break that connection there. And then we're going to let the teammate with the plasmatic discharger take care of the Smasher. I might not be using the discharger or the xenon bow myself, but we don't even need it. Look at that. Look at that. I am setting myself up, mentally preparing for the reality where a teammate uses a discharger to take care of that Smasher, but no. Teammate's got a Huskbuster, great shotgun, pretty much regardless of perks. Obviously, if you're making your own, you should perk it right. Check out my video link in chat, or in description. Oh my god, I've been streaming for too many hours. But, discharger, helps. I don't know what my point was. Massive damage. All right, looks like we just about got this handled. Easy. We've been grinding into the next day, and my voucher is so close. One mission away, and we have been queuing some higher level missions because honestly, with 5 hours left in the season, it was really hard to find viewers who were willing to play with me that weren't really high level. The compromise that I settled on was queuing a mission where I could be useful. So we haven't gone higher than the 94s, and I feel like 82 is probably a bit more appropriate. I didn't want to be completely hard carried where I was going to be useless, so we're not doing 140s. I felt like this was a fair compromise, but it looks like we're going to get that flux before the season ends. Oh man, I've been grinding a lot for this. My hero recruitment voucher. I've streamed so much more than I otherwise would have, grinding through ventures to unlock this. And I've been teasing my entire audience so much because nobody knows who I'm going to voucher except for a handful of people that I told one time, because I feel like it's a fun topic. Obviously, I have my video on the best heroes to voucher, link down below. You should follow that if you are going to spend your own voucher, and you should always consult the yearly timeline depending on when you're spending it when making your decision so that you can be the most informed. I, as in my video where I described why I'm not getting the plasmatic discharger, am playing a little different. This is not a peak meta playthrough. I am trying to enjoy the game as much as possible, so I will be prioritizing my favorite heroes. With all of that said, I will not be vouchering Blast from the Past. Dun dun dun. Yeah, so here's the deal. If you want to use Blast from the Past, it's going to be required 2 vouchers to actually activate the team perk. 3 if you want any of them in the lead. Looking at you, Paleoluna. So this is extremely expensive for new players and frankly just not worth it when totally rocking out is way better. You could voucher Dennis Jr., get the team perk, and then just spend 200 flux plus some designs or manuals to get Breakbeat Wildcat, Varsity Hero, or Mainstage Quinn. Any 2 of these would get you the team perk fully active and you'd be doing tons of damage. If you needed that help, which I don't, so we're going down and down to the pirate heroes. Yeah. For those of you who guessed it, give yourself a pat on the back. I am going to be vouchering Blakebeard. Yeah, I really like the peg legs. I think it's a really fun. The cannonballs, the whole team perk is really enjoyable, but you need 3 pirates to activate it. He counts as 1, and he gives you the team perk. And Crossbones Barrett, I'm sure is going to surprise nobody, is one of the best support perks in the game. The coconuts alone give you the best healing, even still, now that you're capped at 8, is still a lot, and you're still getting 16% extra damage, and you're getting residual healing for 30 seconds. For all of those reasons, coconuts are honestly just a great thing to get anyway. And then the last thing I'm going to flux is Privateer Hype. She just gives you extra club damage. It is not the best hero I would recommend for spending flux, but you gotta activate the team perk, so if I'm gonna voucher Blakebeard and actually make use of them, I'm gonna need her. However, as you guys probably noticed, I am really short on training manuals, and that's not really something I can do a lot about right now, but what I can at least try is opening up some llamas and recycling the extras. Oh, I was meaning to do 6 there. I guess we're gonna do 1 in slow motion. Got a legendary Smasher and Lamurai, who is actually really nice to have right now. I have not quite unlocked Snowstrike yet. Link to my video on her in the description down below. I ran her on my main account. Very fun hero with those shurikens. And let's fade out of that gameplay real quick here to see what we're actually getting in this llama. Okay, epic. Okay, these are just defenders. I don't really care. And what's the last thing we're gonna get? It was Skull Troopers. So as you can see, her explosions are insane, very useful, and throwing those faster with Lamurai could actually be a nice thing to have, so I'm glad I picked them up. All of these though are just not too big of a deal. Let's actually just open up all the llamas. These are gonna be really good for some gold, so I'm kind of happy to have that. So just some extra gold, nice to have. It's about 30 minimum-ish, and now I've got about 4,700 gold. I am saving this for Zenith. He's gonna be 3,200 gold next season, and there's really nothing else that I need from this. Like I said, Dirge Song, Discharger, overpowered. I don't need them. Armory slots shouldn't be a big deal. A Survivor would be nice, but you can grind them so naturally that I just don't want to. So as you can see, I did not have enough training manuals to actually flux the characters I wanted. I had not expected that. I'd watched a new friend play a long time ago, shout out Wally Dog, and he had plenty of designs to just get Crossbones Barrett right away. So I just kind of assumed something in the early game gave you tons of training manuals, and when that was not the case, I scrambled through my entire inventory, recycling absolutely everything spare that I could. I even debated gambling with my upgrade llama tokens, but I stayed strong. Even after all of that, I still couldn't afford Crossbones Barrett, but I did get a few nice things. I did get some new survivors, legendary ones from my Fortnite Mares llamas. I was also able to unlock some upgrade points that I could spend and get some stuff that is nice for later, and I figured I would just play the long game. I forgot to grab my research when I started my stream today. I have no habits formed for this. Yeah, I'd been streaming for a couple of hours at this point, so that was pretty brutal. Back to the Ventures grind. I want to get level 22 for the Flux, and then I'm done with Ventures for this season. Breaking stuff still takes so long. And of course I do 99, so it always ends with like 20 HP. But one of the things that people often forget about with Blakebeard is he actually has a quest. I'm currently skipping all the dialogue, as I've mentioned in a previous episode. Link down below if you missed that one. But yeah, you have to actually go and grab all these chests to unlock the team perk. It's only 5. And if you're playing in a suburban zone, or in my case, a Ventures map that has basements and stuff, that's where the chests will spawn. It doesn't take too long. Once you've got 5, I'm already at 3 out of 5. You'll be able to actually have access to your hero. Then you can use him. Or no, it's the team perk that you're unlocking. So you get the hero right away, but the team perk comes next. And obviously, I won't be able to even activate the team perk until I get enough training manuals. But yeah. And I actually feel like I neglected to elaborate on why I like Blakebeard Stash so much, because as a new player who doesn't have a lot of good schematics, and especially in Ventures when you can't control your weapons, it is really nice to have really strong peg legs, really strong healing from coconuts, and really strong cannonballs all in one build. You don't need to use the durability of your own weapons. You don't need to use your schematics. You don't need to perk up anything. You don't need to reperk anything. You don't even need to think. You just run Blakebeard Stash, and you have a really strong full kit that you can use in every single Venture season. Blakebeard Stash and his team perk is relevant in every single Venture season. And paired with Cloaked Shadow, one of my favorite heroes in the game, it's going to be a really fun combo. Unfortunately, at the time that I'm recording this, he's not going to be available until nearly the end of Frost Knight season. I had not considered that, but he will be a very nice hero to have both in the lead and in support going forward. So pairing my favorite hero with an extremely consistent team perk is just an awesome decision for me. I think if you are a new player in my shoes and you're not just having fun on a second account, Totally Rocking Out is far and away the most efficient thing you should be doing. Totally Rocking Out gives you so much damage. It makes pretty much every single weapon in the game relevant. I have used a build in the past with the Nailer that like actually did okay. The Nailer. Yeah. So Totally Rocking Out is pretty overpowered, and that's kind of why I'm not going straight forward. It'll probably be the next thing I voucher, but Totally Rocking Out is just too good, and I use it like 80% of the time on my main account. So now that I'm playing through this game again, I figured I would have a little bit more fun with it. So yeah, this is definitely a do as I say, not as I do kind of moment, but I'm having fun. Blakebeard Stash is gonna be a good time. Also, check out this weapon I got. I'm not a big fan of the Terminator, but crit rating, crit damage, energy, miss monsters, mag size, that is, as far as Ventures guns goes, pretty much perfect. So, sweet. Better late than never, I guess, seeing as I'm almost done. Oh yeah, not just that, and I don't think I ever made an update about this, but I did eventually put Chaos Agent in support, so I have 150 rounds that I can shoot to my heart's content, and then every time I phase shift, I'm going to reload instantly, which for 175 rounds is basically infinite. So long as I can stay alive, which is tricky, I am going to take way longer than the 8-second cooldown of my phase shift to drain the magazine of this weapon. So I guess that's kind of cool. Some good synergy. And there it is. Ventures level 22. I finally did it. I'm sure VoiceOver Beast already covered this earlier, but to remind everybody, 22 is the last level where you get stuff that's useful for early game players. Everything after is, okay, I guess a bit of perk up and reperk. These things are nice, but it's really just superchargers and beyond, and you can get reperk and perk up from your regular missions. So after 22, you've gotten 200 legendary flux, a weapon voucher, a hero voucher, and a core reperk, which will be nice eventually. So this is where I can comfortably stop for Ventures, and on the day that I'm recording this, the new season starts in 3 hours, so I'm really glad I could clutch this out before the season came to a close, because I still have not done Hunt the Titan, and I know for a fact that the new hero Snowstrike is going to be really useful, and I want her. So yeah, I guess let's go Hunt the Titan. In the next episode, yeah, I'm doing it to you, I'm sorry. This video is all about unlocking my hero voucher, spending it, explaining why, and what I'm doing with my flux. In the next episode, we're going to be hunting the Titan and unlocking Snow Strike, so stay tuned for that journey. If you're a member on the channel, you'll get to see that upload early. I schedule all of my videos before they go live, and sometimes I get a bit of a backlog, which is why some videos can take an extra amount of time. And if you're a YouTube member, you get to see that right away. So links down below if you're interested, subscribe if you're new. Otherwise, you know, you get to see them all for free eventually. Like the video, all the other things YouTubers say, you know, name your firstborn after me, and yeah, go get some chocolate cake. You deserve it. And then